Team Storm has clinched a berth in the championship round of the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. But which of the other 8 teams will join them in the stepladder finals? Time is running out in the preliminary rounds, and stars like Wes Malott, Bill O'Neill, and Chris Barnes are in danger of going home.
Yes, sir. All right.
Welcome to Chicago in the 10-Pin Bowling Lounge in the heart of Chicago's Loop. Lon McCarran with Randy Peterson as we return to the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. And we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. Teams needing points in a hurry, except for Storm, who has clinched a berth in the stepladder finals, but 3 spots are still up for grabs. The 5th seed will be determined by a 5-way doubles match. Right now, we have another eliminator round to play. The first group consisting of Team Track, 900 Global, and the top dogs, Team Storm. Mika Koivuniemi and his partner Mike Fagan made some great strides in the last round to move up to 5th place, just out of the top 4. And there's a big strike for the Finn.
Yeah, they've really stepped up their game, especially that man.
Mike Fagan. And that strike percentage includes the singles competition, where he did not do a stellar job. He's been lights out in the doubles. And there you see why. A big 20 for Team Track.
They've really turned it on the last couple of eliminator rounds. See if they can keep the momentum going. They've earned a lot of points.
900 Global, the 2nd place team overall. This is Missy Parkin. She's bowling with Brian Voss this time. Parkin with a 9 ball.
Stone 9 for Missy. Brian Voss needs a strike here to hold his teammate up, or it could be a real quick exit for 900 Global.
Nothing guaranteed even if he does get the strike, but the stubborn 10-pin gives them a total of 18. Voss at 53, the oldest in this competition. Now the top dogs and the top dog of the top dogs, PDW, Pete Weber and Team Storm. A timeless form. And there you go. Timeless results from Weber.
A lot on the line for Team Storm as well. If they can advance to the eliminator round finale, they will lock themselves as the #1 seed in the stepladder finals.
That would be big. They've already clinched a spot in the top 4. Oscar Palermo with a 9. That's an ugly 9. A total of 19 is good enough, though, to eliminate 900 Global.
And look at Brian Voss. He's nauseous watching that ball go Brooklyn and eliminating him and his teammate.
All right, so now it's Track and Storm fighting it out to try to make it into the eliminator final round. Mika with the strike again. They are getting stronger with every ball.
And Mika's really putting on a clinic as of late. A lot of good happens when you throw it there.
Fagan now trying to get a double for his team. He goes Brooklyn and then finally gets that last pin to fall.
Yeah, the other team's not going to give him a high five for that shot. Trust me.
Another big 20 for Team Track.
What a great break.
Wow.
Great break. Nice pin action. And trust me, he's going to take that one.
Weber now. Can they match Track's 20? Well, they're halfway there.
Well, you don't question when Weber steps up, but I think he may be a little suspect when Oscar Palermo steps up. He hasn't thrown a lot of strikes.
You see 40% in this competition. But Oscar comes through there when he needed to most, and Storm matches Track strike for strike.
Well, Weber took the left lane. He gave Oscar Palermo the right lane, and right now that's a nice recipe for success for Team Storm.
Mika leaves the door open a bit.
And now what is Fagan going to come back with after that last Brooklyn strike as Mika drifts a little high here, leaving the 4-pin. And as hot as Team Storm is, I'm not sure they can survive another 9 count.
And it is another 9 count for Track, so a total of 18. If the door was open a little bit after Mika's ball, it's even wider open now after Fagan.
And it looks like Mr. Momentum has changed his address.
Indeed. And its initials are PDW.
Come on. Yeah.
Weber got it again.
Come on, Oski, right here.
It's like a shark smelling blood in the water. This guy Weber's a bad dude. He knows the scoreboard. He knows if Osku gets at least 9 on this ball, Storm's going to be the #1 seed.
Big ball for Storm, and there it is. There's the strike. There's the win in this group, and there's the #1 seed in the stepladder finals, all with that strike from Palermo. Welcome back to Chicago and the 2012 Geico PBA Summer Shootout. The fans here at the 10-Pin Bowling Lounge having a good time. I'm Lon McCarron with Randy Peterson. Another clutch win by Team Storm in that last match, Randy. They have clinched the #1 seed going into the stepladder finals. Can they be headed?
Well, you know, they're making a statement as to which team is the team to beat. Storm's at the top now, and it's all due to Pete Weber and catching a bunch of great breaks and taking advantage of it. Every time Pete Weber needs the big strike, he steps up and he gets it done. That's why he's a Hall of Famer and a 5-time U.S. Open champion.
So Group 2 now with Team Hammer, Deviate, and Columbia 300. Everyone looking to amass points. Wolf was good from early on. 2 perfect games at age 12. We could use him to be perfect here, and he is.
Well, I'm not going to say that's perfect, Lon, but all 10 did go down.
Line drive in the scorebook.
Shut up.
This could have been 5.
But it was 10. Now Bill O'Neill trying to get a double for Team Hammer. Oh, and that's anything but off his ankle into the channel for a 0 and a total of 10 for Hammer. Wow, is that more embarrassing or painful, Randy?
It's a combination of both. It hasn't been a lot of fun for Team Hammer, and this is just insult to injury for Bill O'Neill. It's been a long event and not a lot of fun to go with it, and now he banks one off of his ankle into the gutter.
All right, now Team Deviate, Mike Machuga with the strike.
It's a tough one to throw after that.
Yeah, he was a little unsure of the approach after what happened to O'Neill.
Yeah, you don't want banking it off your ankle to become an epidemic. Chug steps up, trips the 4-9 out, and they're in pretty good shape if Ronnie Russell can keep it on the lane.
Russell does more than that. He secures the double and a full 20 for Deviate. Now Dan McClellan from Columbia 300. And McClellan with the strike. So we will be losing Hammer if Barnes can get 1 pin.
Dan McClellan's really stepped up the last couple of shows that he's been involved in, giving Chris Barnes a lot of help now.
Barnes gets the 1. Barnes gets all 10 for a 20. All right, so Hammer gone.
Yeah.
Bill O'Neill stuck in the corner, nursing his wounds. It comes down to Deviate and Columbia 300. Mike Machuga.
Pretty good strike percentage there.
Machuga could use a strike right here. And that leaves 4 pins behind. Boy, that's ugly.
3, 6, 9, 10. Not what you want to see when you're his partner.
Was that bad?
Ball never pushes far enough to the right and overhooks down the lane, going right through the nose.
Russell does pick up the strike for a total of 16 for DVA.
That bad, man.
Check that quick.
Columbia 300 has to feel their task is fairly simple.
If Dan McClellan gets 9 on this ball, I like Columbia's chances.
We have seen clinkers before out of just about all of the teams. McClellan now. Oh, a big strike at a big moment for the big man.
And I'm going to go out on a big limb and say Columbia 300's moving on.
Chris Barnes now. He has enjoyed success on the right side. He needs 7 to have his team advance. How about 9? That'll do it for Columbia 300, eliminating DV8.
Barnes tried to make me look bad there.
All right, so Barnes and McClellan move through to the eliminator round final, joining Team Storm. When we come back, we will have group number 3, Rotogrip, Brunswick, and Ebonite as the Geico PBA Summer Shootout from Chicago continues. And enjoying our time here, the House of Blues sits just outside the front door of the 10-Pin Bowling Lounge here in the Loop. You can join the most active community of bowlers on the web by friending the PBA on Facebook. Go to PBA.com, click on the link, and you are a friend of PBA.com. All right, so here's our Group 3, Rotogrip, Brunswick, and Ebonite. This is Wes Malott from Rotogrip. Wes has been a stud in this competition. And there you go, another strike for Wes Malott.
So you think Beast is a good nickname then?
I like it.
Okay.
Carolyn Doran Ballard now bowling for Rotogrip. And she can match her partner pinfall for pinfall.
You know what would be a good nickname for Carolyn Doran Ballard? Honey Badger.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Beauty and the Beast.
No,
Huh?
because, well, I like where you're going with that, but Honey Badger, and if you look up Honey Badger in the dictionary, it's like the most fiercest, ferocious, pound-for-pound animal in Africa.
I like it. So with 20 for Rotogrip, here is Ryan Simonelli for Brunswick. And he cleans the deck with a strike. Come on, baby.
A lot of these from this young man right here. Great shot, lots of hand and backhand reaction. That usually equals 10 in the pit.
So now Simonelli hands the reins to the man who was just named PBA Player of the Year, Sean Rash. Rash comes through with the double. 20 for Brunswick.
That's what a Player of the Year is supposed to do.
Absolutely. All right, so now the heat on Ebonite, Jason Couch and Tommy Jones. Couch has been pretty solid. He needs to strike. And that's anything but. Couch with a 6 count, and Ebonite is done. So it's up to Rotogrip and Brunswick now.
And the Beast and the Honey Badger.
Oh, a 9 count this time for Malott.
Good shot, buddy.
Get him off. Get him off. Let's see if Carolyn can hold him up.
Come on.
And that's a good ball.
Watch her. Intense, I'm telling you. That's a Honey Badger.
19 for Rotogrip. So Brunswick, to close it out now, needs 2 strikes.
And she is one of the most intense players, male or female, in the bowling world, and that's what makes her fun to watch.
Ryan Simonelli now for Brunswick. He needs a strike. And he comes through.
Well, he's done this a lot in this competition.
He is strong. A lot of confidence.
Giving that ball a little bit of room to the left, and he's got so much hand and revolutions. No problem that one getting back to the pocket.
Sean Rash can win this Group 3 with a strike. Hook, hook. Yeah, he got the hook. He got the strike. Brunswick will move to the eliminator final round with a count of 20. They have been tough to beat. They've thrown 9 out of 10 strikes in their last 2 rounds and now go for the big points when we come back. It'll be Brunswick, Columbia 300, and Team Storm. To the 10-10 Lounge in Chicago, ready for the eliminator round final between Storm, Brunswick, and Columbia 300. Here's your Geico Championship recap.
Well, in Group 1, guess who it is? That man right there, PDW and Osku Palermo take down 900 Global and track. Then in Group number 2, Mike Machuga steps up, thinks it's a pretty good shot, only to leave 4 pins standing. It's a 6 count, opens the door for Columbia 300. Danny Mack and Chris Barnes wins, and they move on. Then in Group number 3, the Southpaw sensation for Brunswick, Ryan Simonelli, the reigning player of the year. Sean Rash, they take down Rotogrip and Ebonite.
So your final 3 teams, Storm, Brunswick, and Columbia 300. Storm has secured the top spot in the stepladder finals just by making this finale. Now they're just trying to pile up the points and keep the points from going to some other team.
That's a good point, Lon. Right now, it's all about continuing the momentum and keep riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels.
Pete Weber now. Weber with the strike. How many times have we said that?
When I grow up, I want to throw it just like him.
Why would you ask for anything else? Now, Osku Palermo, two-hander from Finland. Been a little spotty in his performance. On the right lane, and he's found his groove.
All right, way to go out there, big boy, way to go.
He was spotty and suspect on the left lane. Weber moves him over to the right lane when he bowls with Pete, and Osku looks good on this side.
20 points for Storm. Now Brunswick. Ryan Simonelli has been very solid, and there you go again.
And Ryan Simonelli is the only southpaw on this pair of lanes. When he gets locked into the left lane, he doesn't have to worry about any other traffic.
Sean Rash now coils and uncorks. And he comes through with a 10 count, matching the 20 that Storm just put up. You saw a quick shot of Sean's wife, Sarah. They got engaged in Rome. That's a romantic thing to do. Now Columbia 300.
You know what they say, when in Rome.
That's true. Dan McClellan. Oh, McClellan with a rare miss, a 7 count. And that will put Columbia 300 on the sideline.
Got it in a pinch, and it went high. Not a good shot for Danny Mack.
So that puts Columbia 300 on the sideline. Storm and Brunswick, the survivors. Hall of Famer Pete Weber now for Storm. Weber doesn't like it, and you can see why, but it's a Brooklyn strike.
Gotta get lucky every once in a while. Gotta get lucky every once in a while.
I remember about 3 months ago you said something like that.
Throw it in the pocket when you need it, I think was.
Hit the pocket when you need it.
Listen, he's a 5-time U.S. Open champion, and he's bowled like an absolute beast in this competition. Give him a break.
All right, 10 for Weber. Now, Osku Palermo. That's a little wide. Misses the head pin. 7 for a total of 17 for Storm.
Doors wide open now for Team Brunswick.
You want to go in Brooklyn?
No. Petey trying to talk Osku into going Brooklyn. This ball's hydroplaning.
All right, Simonelli now for Brunswick. And Simonelli gets them all to fall somehow.
He got them all to fall somehow because he threw it so cleanly out of his hand, the pins didn't know what hit him. Sean needs 8.
8 will give his team maximum points. That's enough. He says that's enough, and he is right. Another 20 for Brunswick, and they will win this eliminator round number 9.
Ryan Simonelli sets up his partner Sean Rash beautifully. The reigning player of the year steps up and puts 10 back in the pit. And Brunswick gets rich with 12 big points.
Storm ups their total to 70. Brunswick up to 55 now in second place. It's all coming down to the nitty-gritty. Storm will be the top seed in the stepladder finals. Brunswick, though, giving notice that they may be the team to beat. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Randy Peterson, I'm Lon McCarron. We'll wrap up the Geico PBA Summer Shootout tomorrow, beginning at 1 Eastern on ESPN. So long from Chicago for now.